Sorry, my
See your
hand's free.
favourite to see our
How are you?
Interesting ones are amazing.
I know, you too.
He said it was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I've ordered 3
Are you
bottles,
hiking?
Not yet.
and then they have a
I'm
normal
running like
gin
super late.
and
Are
a
you
bottle
going
of
hiking?
I'm
Coke.
going hiking. I'm going to come back. And this is
For our Christmas.
Where?
somewhere close to home.
Blackberry babies or whatever have been taken.
No, these ones no. They
Oh.
stay on
It's
8.
really so I had to pack all
The
the
ones
house.
up there, he's taken.
What time is your flight?
So they stole their baby.
Okay,
this
so what's-
evening.
And where are you
Okay.
flying from? OR or Lanseria?
Lanseria.
Oh, that's it. Okay, all right. So you have to, okay, leave it about 7. Are you all packed and ready
Yes,
to go?
I packed everything.
Everything. Oh my God. Okay.
I'm going to go tell them it's not them. We'll come back and get it.
Yeah.
But did you hear what happened to the others though?
Yes.
I'm so sad for them.
as well.
Did you hear? So these birds over here that chase everyone away.
They
that
stole
one-
the top one's
The
baby.
crow came and ate their babies this morning, and
The
they
crows,
don't
yeah.
understand that.
So these ones
They've
are
no
sitting
babies.
on eggs, but the top ones, they stole their babies. And if you look down into that paddock, you'll see their little babies there.
They're tiny, yeah.
But apparently Karen actually said she was riding Fantasia and she got so upset she got off because she saw the crows flying away with the babies.
Oh,
Oh.
What's
hate
that?
them.
I always think
Did you
they're
hear
like
that,
so
Michelle?
cute, but no, yeah,
that's so sad. Thank you, thank you. Where are you going now? Where are you going? Now?
Well, in a little bit. I'm running late. I'm running late.
And how are you going to get there? Okay. Well, don't forget to be back because we're leaving.
We're leaving.
Don't forget.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, but I thought you were going hiking at 12.
I couldn't because I didn't finish packing and everything.
Okay.
You're going hiking now? Oh, geez. Hiking or running?
With Dominique, and Dominique goes like the clappers for miles and miles and miles. The last time he came back, you were exhausted.
Yeah.
That was fine though.
That, the neck he's offering is wonderful because that gives him relief from that pressure. Just a little bigger walk, but exactly the same. So you want him to walk into that.
Actually, I need.
Just leave them in the car.
Yeah, you, it
The
will
girls
be
are.
fine.
You're not going to rob the car, are you guys?
Our cars, yeah.
It depends what's in it.
I haven't got the car.
We go into each other's cars.
Okay, well.
Sometimes you get
Dorian's
your
jewellery.
Sometimes try to get into Caroline's car.
He looks very good, Michelle, for a horse that hasn't done much. Don't you think? Well, don't even think that way. Mind he doesn't hit you, Dorian.
Sorry, Sean, could I beg you for a stick?
Sure.
Does he feel lazy?
A little bit.
Sorry.
Just the one thing.
Did you see it? Dorian made this one.
I saw it on Facebook. That's amazing.
Isn't that beautiful? So this strange wood called coyote?
Yes.
Coyote?
Yeah.
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 Oh,
but
yeah.
Isn't it lovely?
stunning.
I love it.
Beautiful, yeah.
Does Dorian make it?
Stunning.
Yeah. He went to the factory and he said it started with a block of wood and then it turned into glass.
Oh my goodness.
I robbed it then.
Ah? You stole it. And you worried about me?
Stealing him out of my car.
Yeah.
It is Dorian's car. More Dorian's car than mine. He's been driving it. Put that little bit more step exactly like this. And then just ask him to lower. Because when you ask for the step, he came up. That's it. So our goal is to get him to step through that lower frame. So have you moved far away or closer? Oh, very good.
My neighbor now, almost.
Really?
Yes.
Just about.
Just about.
A little fast if he doesn't listen. That's the sort of walk. Did you feel that? That he walked through but he didn't open.
They lie as if they're sitting on eggs.
I know.
But yeah,
So the babies
because I was watching them because there were 3 babies here, and the wild
all the hoo-ha was going on there. They didn't go anywhere near their babies.
So
They
are
kinda
those
went
ones-
in here and sat down.
Are those babies all gone?
It's super, Michelle. Try a little bit, same walk, do a leg yield to the center line, or a little bit of reining, a little play between the two. Just see if you can keep that walk with the neck down as you do it. Yeah. Just flex him a little left across the neck if you have to drop his neck. Like that. And again. And then walk straight on again. See, we're going to challenge him. Do you know what I mean? Very good. And go left, and let's try that from the right leg. Keep walking. And again, that little bit of right flexion, but keep walking into the rein. So when you went sideways and pushed him, he came up. So try to keep pushing the hind leg through him. So a bigger walk there. Do you feel that? So it's about the connection of hind leg to hand more than the sideways with him, because he'll break that connection, as we know, very easily. Let's go right and do the one from the left again. That's much better. But he's in front of you, Michelle. Very good. And then walk straight. And then ride a right circle, 10 meters. That same feeling. You're going to flex him, bend him, but he must walk. Walk behind. Through the body, into the face. Right flexion, right leg. Little tap if he doesn't listen. Good girl. Now leg yield him from your left leg over towards M. So you're going, see, you've done left, you've bent right, you're going left. Push the neck out. Push the neck out. Put that. Push the neck out. So did you see you got into the leg, which contracted him? So you must get the connection in front of you, then use the leg more. Let's try it from the right. That little face. Push it out. Make the walk bigger. Good. Good. And then walk straight a little bit, then do your left circle. And walk through that. That's wonderful though. That's a lot more submissive. Do you feel it? It's not just the dropped neck. You've got a body working and a hind leg working. And then once again that leg yield from the right leg. You mightn't get the whole way across, but keep walking first. Walk and then over. Walk and then over. Little right flexion. A bit harder in his body on the right. Do you feel that? Super. Bigger walk. Very good. I think he's ready to trot. On whichever side you want. If you have a favorite rein to begin, do. That little flexion right, that right leg.
The horse was kind of going on the other side and she was kind of peering around the corner.
Yeah. Is that what he wants to do? Come down the long side, a little bit shoulder in feeling. And then let him down. So whatever you do the correction, then let him down. Because he's the master of holding up, we know. And just mind your left rein isn't so strong that you're flexing the left. Good girl. Letting that neck down lower if it'll go. Give him that bit. Give him the space on the left. Very good. That little bend at the right leg when he's down there, Michelle. That's super in the back. Really good. Can you feel the difference through the back when he's like that? That's one of your tick boxes in your beginning.
Look at my hens all running off.
And so's the horse.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But she can't go anywhere.
Put on this lead then, no?
Very good. Now let's see if we can change the range, Michelle,
I know.
and just see if we can get that feeling
I
that
had
you
a bit of
have
an
on the
argument.
right, on the left.
We solved it.
Looks like it.
Very nice. Very good, Michelle. So, very good. I want you to go large, and I want you to do a little bit of reining across the school. So you're gonna, I didn't want to start with the reining because he was a little bit funny. So I want you to do a little bit of right flexion and then go across the diagonal. So your hand will come across the neck and you're going to right leg at the girth. And it doesn't matter if you don't get to the far side. It's more about will he step, will he go down. Good. Little flex right, give the left, move him over, keep trotting. Move him over, flex him right, drop his neck. Bring it across, release. Across, release. And that bend at the right leg. Good girl. And then do your right circle up there if you can. Lower. Allow the left a little. So you can bend right. Okay. So then let's come around again and then let's, yeah. Super. And just a little right flexion and then move them across. Okay? That's, you don't have to be sorry, you're fine. Yeah. But that's very good through his body. Just let the left, just flex them right.
No, they're on their way.
Flex them a little more right. Release. Yeah, give the left, flex across, release. That's the feeling. Did you feel that at the end? That's it. And try the one, don't do the circle up there if he's looking. And just flex him left here and go the other way across. Exactly what you did. So you're going to give the right rein. So the right rein's not helping. That left hand comes across and guides the left. That's the girl. Can you feel the freedom in the shoulder you're getting there? And that's what we would love on the right side. Very good. And then right a circle to see if we can get that feeling of the bend of the leg and that big step. Very good. Super. I think she's in now, so let's try our reining once from the right when you're ready. Now remember, try to get more bend at the right, give the left, bring the right hand more across. If that's it. Can you feel the difference, Michelle? And then letting go, well done, and let him down. And one more time from the left, and then we're going to give him a break. So it's very interesting what they're doing. So his neck has come parallel there, but on a very long neck for him. Again, try to get that bend in at the shoulder. Guide him with those two reins rather than anything else. Come step over with the left leg, step over with the left leg. Guide him again. Good, and then the circle left. Good girl. And when you're ready, have a walk. Just again, move him from the left leg. Don't let him come straight. That's it. Did you feel what you did just at the end? But if you'd let him, he would have come straight and stopped pushing. So that little tiny bend at the leg changed everything. So, describe to me the trot. What you got to, what happened, la la la. Good boy. He is the good boy.
I'm so handsome.
Look, but he just looks over here like for affirmation.
Yeah, I'm so handsome.
But
Look
wasn't
at
I
me.
good? Did you see that?
He felt quite balanced
Yes.
and a little bit of bend at the leg. And I was getting on the outside and asking him and then releasing on the inside.
I was so when you started, all of that was completely true, by the way. At the end, in the beginning, he was good in the stretch, but you didn't have a back. Did you feel that?
Yes.
And so by moving him with the leg and flexing him, letting him find that, that's a hell of a lot better in the arc in the back. And then you get that step through that's much more fluent. And also, when you come on the diagonal and do it, you can ride forward. Did you feel that on the left? That was quite a big trot you moved him over in. And the bigger the trot you can make, and he'll move over, the more the range in the shoulder happens. And then the better he comes out of it. And that's why I said, right up at the end, you went steeper to pee, but it didn't matter because you got into the body
Okay.
rather than just the neck. And then he was better in the neck. Whereas if you try to just get the neck with him with your hand, he does this.
Yeah.
Whereas the just remember that it's, if you can get them at the leg,
Yes.
it's a much better bend.
Okay.
I want to do the canter. I want you just to do your own canter, but I want you to do a halt and rein back just a few times.
Before the cat.
Yeah, just to get him on your seat that he's listening to. And hopefully get him a little bit more on his hind leg, so it's a little bit more balanced as we start. Gosh, they're vicious, those birds. And we'll go and do another one of those. Good. And then you're going to walk on, and then I don't know which way you go to canter, trot canter, whatever you want to do. Yes, on whichever rein is the easiest first. Is it the right that's the one that you used to lose the? Okay. And let him down a little bit. Yeah, so don't hold him up. Very good, Michelle. And if he'll go lower, let him lower. The same ride. Very good in the back. Super for the, do you feel that let go? Now you've got a proper canter that you can ride. But when he's in that broken canter through the back, much harder to ride and direct. Super job, Michelle. Very good. And when you're ready, let's trot when you're ready. Just move him a little off the leg. Keep flexing him. Yeah, flex him and use your leg and flex him, let him down. Tell him he's a good boy. Little walk and a pass. Did you feel that transition canter trot? You could have been a little bit more helpful to him because he got straight and then he ran. But you know, I mean, it's so far from where it used to be. I'm greedy now. So let's try him on the left like that. Push him down. Push him in, that's it, and just move him a little off the leg. Yeah, so just bend him and release him and let him down on the right rein. Yeah, give the right, flex him across, release. Bend him a little at the left leg, release. And that's, let him down. When he wants to go down, mind your hand. Oh, that's the man. Very good. So on this canter, very good job. Well done you. And turn him with your bum as much as you can. Good girl. And when he offers that, allow it. We're going to be a little naughty. We're going to flex half a centimeter to the right, giving the left, and that helped. Did you feel that? And then allow him back to the middle, and then once again half a centimeter to the right, allowing the left. Good girl. But can you see that he's got a clear passageway through then? When you flex right and then allow him back, give the left. I don't, yes. And when you're ready, trotting. Just keep him a little off that left leg as you trot. Boy. Good. And in the trot, we're going to try that same thing. That half a centimeter of a flexion right, and keep riding the trot, and then allow him back to the middle. And the left leg. And he's less set up then. Do you feel that? He's not holding the flexion left moving right on you, because you've kind of dissolved it. The minute that you feel it come again, just play with that very slightly, and a walk. So he's so good, I think we should ride him up a bit, but try to keep that length of neck.
Okay.
How's that?
Okay.
So give him a minute, and then we'll. Did I ride the square with you last Saturday?
Yeah.
You did. How did? Oh, of course you didn't get a chance to ride Johnny. You don't have to be sorry at all. I can understand. Anna, you moved in. You're in there now. Are you exhausted? It's the worst thing, isn't it?
They say it's one of the worst things you can do. It's
Yeah.
like losing
The most
a parent.
yeah, it's like the most stressful thing. I have friends who move house every 2 years,
Oh my God.
and they just
They're so used to it.
yeah, they're just good at it.
It's not something I want to do.
So what I want you to
I
do,
like it in my
which
home.
side, the right or the left, would you do first? Let's do the right. Yeah, we're going to go walk first. We're going to do the square in the walk, and then we're going to do it in the trot, and then we'll do it in the glorious canter. Does he want to canter? Yes, we can. Now don't have too much flexion outside. So remember, there's a slight flexion inside, and as you come to the corner now, move him from your right leg to the left rein so he finds it, and then do the turn. That was really well done. The steps were huge, and that's one of his big problems, is he has this huge step and he loses the balance. He didn't lose the balance there. That feeling, yeah? You move him to that steady left rein as opposed to you take it. So again, just 4 strides before, start moving him to the right rein, tiny steadies on the left, and the hind leg steps around. Good girl. Very good. Do that in the other rein.
He can't do it.
She did last week though a lot, didn't you? Good girl. So what do you have, you've just done it really well, but what do you have to be careful of on this left side? Yes, because it'll really, that was super. So you have to listen out. Do you feel the throughness there and the length of his neck? Very good. Good girl. Do one more. We're going to give him a little break, and then we're going to do it in trot. Just keep him in front of your hips as you do the turn. Not fast. Just keep him there as you turn him. There was no pullback. Did you feel that? Because you could push him to it. Give him a little break. That's a bit of a stretch for his mind, and then we're going to do the right rein, I think. And we're not going to think of moving his quarters yet. We're just going to ride a square with 4 straight lines and a quarter circle on each turn. But again, before you come to the turn, you're thinking move the inside shoulder over to the outside shoulder, the weight. Does that make sense? Inside leg, outside rein. Then he rides along the right rein. And of anybody today, you got him to ride along the right rein rather than shortening the right rein. But I think you've learned to be very careful on him, because if you overdo anything, you've got the, he doesn't look like a Frisian at the moment. He looks like a warm blood. But if you use the rein in any way too much, he gets into his Frisian mode. So pick him up again. Maybe do one corner with your right leg. You know, just move him around, or two, and then we'll go to the trot. Just to remind him. Just again there, that's it. Well done with the right leg. And that's the balance of the right rein on the left there. Off the right leg even now. Don't let him be on the right shoulder. There. A little bit too much bend. Did you feel that? If there was just he lost the balance of the shoulder, not in an ugly way. Step. Steady left step. Good. So let's trot on. Get it going in the trot in a circle, whatever way you like, and then we'll come to the square. If you feel the circle is easier, whatever you want to do. He's very good. Just mind your left rein isn't too strong that it's putting him on the right shoulder. Well done. Remember, he will listen to the right leg like you've just done. Very good. Did you feel his wither? Boop. He came up in the wither instead of the crest. I'm just looking at my fanning club. Your left rein, move him to the left rein. Move him to the left rein even on the straight line. Little right flexion. Good girl. Move him to it, move him to it. You feel that fall down afterwards. That's what you're trying to get. And just the repetitiveness of moving him to it, guiding him around it, moving the quarters a little bit. So the trot if you're going to move the quarters, you have to push him a little bit shorter. You have to collect him with your seat to your hand, and then so start shortening him now. That's very good. That speed, that containment. Then steady, push around in the shortness. Yes. You feel how upright he's got in his wither. Right leg though. If the left rein is greater than the right leg, you get him on the wrong shoulder. Well ridden, Michelle. Keep pressing him short, in the rhythm, then the aid. Good girl. Now he's in the middle. Do you feel that? With a slight flexion. Push him short, push him short, push him short, push him short. There's the balance. So there, when you get him, he's slow and active. Don't be on the left of the right shoulder too much. Right leg just quietly moves him to the left rein, and you turn like that. The right leg moves him to the wonderful Michelle. You're getting the timing, he's understanding. And then yeah, well done, you stopped it. It was gonna go wild. Did you feel that shoulder? Good girl. I want you to go on a circle. And I want you to stretch him down, but keep pushing that way and guiding in the same way. So on the stretch, the bend is at the leg, just a fraction. He's going onto his shoulder. So just push behind, that's it. And upward with your hip. So he can be up in the wither and down in the neck. Very nice. Do you feel that? And then the walk. Keep the shape, keep the shape, keep the shape, keep the shape. Keep the shape with your leg and your right rein. Right leg, right rein, right leg, right rein. Yeah. So when you went to walk, you abandoned what you were doing on the square, and then he lost the balance. So when you're ready, give him a little break, and then we're going to let his nose touch the floor if it wants to. And then we're going to do exactly the same with the left. But that's very good. And with him, there's a lot of adjustments. You can't do a set piece. But the thing to remember is, when he's aligned, when you have that shoulder, which, believe it or not, when you bend him at your inside leg, you get a little bit of shoulder 4, and then the wither just pops up. And then you get that slow, active, shorter trot, rather than a fast, long one. Pick him up, maybe do it 1 or 2 corners in the walk, just to get the feeling and listening to him of what age you need to do. Yeah, Mind the right rein wasn't too strong, that it didn't shut him down. Push him together rather than feel hold him. I'm talking about tiny. That was 100% better. Yeah. You've got him. Maybe one more. Keep pressing him together. Boy. Super. Let's have a trot on. You want to trot on into a circle, whatever you want to do, and then bring him to a square. And just being aware of the inside rein, which can do a job, but you can't stay on it. Off the left leg of it. Good. And just start the square like that without the quarters out. Just right with the bend and the control. And forward, left leg. Breathe there. Did you feel that? There's your light forehand. Do it again. Good. So you've got shoulder forward beautifully there. You've a control of him with the outside rein without blocking him. Now he wants to be on the bit. So isn't it interesting? This side is easier now. Very, very good. That's okay. Good girl. Something biting? Good. And I want you to change the rein. Keep the balance as you change. I don't care which way you change. That right leg, not the left rein. Too strong, steadying it but moving it. Just move him to the left more rather than hold him on the left. Give the left a little. Give it, give it, give it. Yep. So allow him to bend, but don't drop him. Good girl. And I want you to canter when you're ready. This is a very good balance. Really good balance. Right leg. Wonderful. Good girl. Now you're going to ride a big rectangle rather than a square. And you're not, all you're going to do is straight line, a little curve, right leg, guide a little. Keep your hips up under your hand. Right leg, good girl. Think about the turn, move him to the left rein, send him with your bum. Right leg, right flexion, just to lower him. Good girl. Right leg. Can you feel that, Michelle?
Yep.
Very good. Good girl. Right leg, good girl. Little right flexion. So that mind the left rein doesn't take it away. I want you to trot. And that was fine. Don't hold him, don't hold him. That's it. Long rein, give him a pat. But it was easy. Because you did exactly the same. He started to wobble on you on the first one down here and you said, stay to my outside rein. And he went, okay. And I threw it at you because I didn't want you to think about canter. And the transition here was super.
Yeah, it felt very nice. It felt very uneventful, just a nice little...
Because you had the alignment. And sometimes now when we go to the left, he'll think of canter and he mightn't let you get that alignment because he wants to do his hop, skippity jump. So let's change the left and let's try exactly on the left. I like his non-Frisian look. I think we should cut his mane and tail and trim his legs. No one would know. I'm joking. I know everyone that has a Frisian. Oh my
I
God.
was going to say, you'll upset a lot of people.
What I would do.
You know,
I would also trim it.
Cherie's horse,
That's what I just said.
they did it
Really?
because they hoped that they wouldn't notice that he was a Frisian as well.
Oh, okay.
For the world game. Yeah.
Oh. There was so much talk about the fact that it was a Frisian.
But I think they don't mind not too much left. That left hand of yours, good. Yeah, push him a little together, yeah. He's very chilled at the minute, eh? And then try your walk canter. Just imagine you're sitting on a Grand Prix horse, give the aid. Good,
Wow.
well done.
Grand Prix horse canter.
I just flex him a little outside because he's falling. Just very quarter of a centimetre. And just a quarter of a centimetre out again. Quarter of a centimetre out. Yeah. That's better. Then did you feel the wither come up? It can't come up when it's falling. So quietly on the long side. If you want to make the rectangle very long, you can. Just flex a little right. That's lovely. Soften the left. Yes. Flex right, soften the left. Good. There's just that doesn't matter. But just remember how soft he got because he wasn't falling right. So do it one more. And again, you're on a Grand Prix horse, you just give the aid and it happens. You're not on your Frisian. Don't jump yourself though. Yeah. That's a better canter than you had before. That's a little right flexion, but right, Michelle. The left leg and that right flexion a little. The left leg and the right flexion. Good girl, the left more right flexion. She's still on the right shoulder. That's upright. I just ride the straight line with that. So you're using your left leg, but your right flexion. Good. That's uprightness. And then try and turn with an element of that. Right flexion. Good girl, right flexion. And you're going to trot when you're ready. He heard me. I think he heard me in the headpiece. Let him have a stretch. But what did you learn from that? This side.
If he's on his right shoulder, nothing will happen.
He actually scares himself. And I think that's why he used to run away.
I think so.
Because whereas there, you know it's not correct to do what we're doing, but it's literally ironing out the crease, and then we let him back. Oh, it's not fully gone. Iron out the crease with the right flexion, but you still use your left leg.
Yeah.
Otherwise he'll swing in. So it's like move over, but the flexion won't let you. It's not a hard flexion if you notice.
No.
And then he feels good, and then you could even do it with a little bit of the bend, and then you can push them together. But you can't do it in the classical way like you can on the other side. But you will do once that stops happening.
Yes. It almost just like straightens him a little.
Completely.
And then we ask him to do it.
Yeah. Super job. So look how happy he is. He's a good boy.
Yeah.
I am good. I'll take that.